Do you remember this SovCit Karen that got herself locked up because she didn't know how to shut her mouth?
Operating under because the rules of civil procedure under common law jurisdiction are very different from the rules of civil procedure
All right,
under
stop.
admiralty or military
Stop.
tribunal venue.
Stop. We went through this before.
I know,
This is not civil
it's
procedure.
the Sixth Amendment grants me the right to know the jurisdiction being applied.
And I told you what it was.
And it gives you the duty.
All right, stop. If you interrupt me one more time, I'm going to find you in contempt and you're going to go to jail.
Objection, please.
All right, please.
Please.
We're going to talk about this tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I find that you're in contempt. You're going to jail right now, and we will. Well, you have been.
I'm simply
this matter
trying
is
to
adjourned until
exercise
tomorrow
my
at
Sixth
3
Amendment
o'clock.
right.
You can think about it
We can go
overnight in
forward
jail.
with this right now, please.
No, you're going to
I do
jail
not
for
wish to be in
24 hours.
contempt.
I know you don't wish to go to jail, but you certainly
I
have
will
earned it.
continue with this if you'll please let me finish.
We'll talk about it tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And you will be more respectful to the court.
I can provide the
You will not interrupt
citations.
the court. Your citations are meaningless.
I'm sorry I
So you
interrupted
can go
Do you wanna
with the
continue?
officer. I don't want to argue about it. Take
I'm
her
not
out of here. We
arguing.
will address this tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Well, she's back and a little bit more subdued, but the judge still has some serious words for her.
Good afternoon once again. Are you Rosalind Ray Keenan? This is file 23915FY. Ms. Keenan is charged with resisting instructing a police officer and driving suspended. That allegedly occurred in the village of White Pigeon on May 16th. The defendant was arraigned on this. We had some discussion, and I encouraged her to get an attorney to assist her with that, and she was not really in favor of that. But I said, well, let's appoint an attorney. You can discuss it with him and then determine how we want to proceed at that time. Ms. Keenan, resisting instructing a police officer is a felony. It's punishable by up to 2 years in prison and a fine of up to $2,000. The driving charge carries 2 points, up to 93 days in jail, and a fine of up to $500, and it requires that your license be further suspended. When we were here earlier, Mr. Marvin had made what I consider to be a very generous plea offer, but we weren't able to get to that point. And so the matter was set for a preliminary examination today. A preliminary examination is a hearing where it must be established in order to go forward that there's probable cause to believe a crime was committed and probable cause that you did it. So I'll defer to you, Mr. Bush. Where are we here today?
Well, there's a number of issues for the court to hear. Ms. Keenan is asking for a 30-day adjournment so she can review the discovery. I believe she's been provided with most of the discovery, but that is her request. There is
Mr. Marvin, are there video?
Everything that I have, she has.
Including video?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know that she may have. I have it.
Okay.
Put it that way. There's a very short police report and some audio-visual evidence.
All right. Ms. Keenan, is that true? You're going to ask to adjourn this matter 30 days?
I was asking, requesting that from him.
Okay. Well,
I put it in writing in an email and asked a few things, but
well,
And I told her that I would make that request.
I mean, we just met and we really haven't had a chance to go through any of this.
Mr. Marvin, what's your thought?
First of all, I just want to make it clear that the offer is still available to resolve this. I do have a problem, though, with pulling Officer Hansen off the job as many times as we have. This has been, I'd say he's spent at least 4 hours sitting here waiting for these, and there's been one adjournment after the next. I don't know what a 30-day adjournment would do. I don't know for what reason. There's nothing that I could see that hasn't been explained. I don't know if it's gonna do anybody any good. I think we're gonna be back in the same boat.
Well, we may. Yeah, I felt your plea offer was very generous. It would result essentially in no conviction,
That's right.
and it would take the driving charge away.
Yes, and also I recently found out that that's been restored anyway. So part of my offer was get that restored, and then I will. There'll be a plea to a attempt RNO, and then that will be dismissed if there's smooth sailing for. I would ask for about 6 months, but at any time before then, I planned on dismissing this.
Miss Keenan and I had a pretty animated discussion the first day. And then the second day, it was much more subdued, and I encouraged her to get an attorney to help her. She has a profound misunderstanding of how Michigan law works, both in the criminal code and the traffic code. I refer to these people as borough groves. They're commonly referred to as sovereign citizens, but I don't find any sovereign in it. She certainly is a citizen.
If sovereign citizen isn't a name that fits this lady or people like her, then try something else, like idiot or complete moron, or as we say in Ireland, feckin' Amadon.
So, Miss Keenan, I don't know enough about this. I wasn't there. You were there, and you experienced what you experienced. Apparently, there's video of it. Mr. Marvin has offered for a plea and a deferral and a dismissal. I am pleased to hear you have your driver's license back, so I won't be dealing with that issue in the future, but you were allegedly suspended at the time of this. If you get convicted of the driving suspended charge, it's going to undo what you just did. It's going to take your license away. And Mr. Marvin's not really looking for that, but that could be the result of this. So what more do you want, Ms. Keenan?
Is this to be brought on record what my asking of this man here in an email was?
Yes, what are you asking for?
I asked for a 30-day continuance so that I could put things together to defend my rights, to defend myself, not to excuse anything else, but to.
Do you want Mr. Bush to represent you in this matter?
I have been wanting
Okay.
to, but I want to be able to get to know him a little bit better, because we did have a back-to-back magnet effect on some issues
Well,
today.
and I envisioned that whoever got appointed to this would clash with you.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty common thing for this lady. Basically, anybody that disagrees with the whole sovereign citizen flat earth stuff is going to clash with this person.
Because you have, and I can't tell whether these are sincerely held beliefs or just part of a contrary lifestyle. Whoever is providing you with this information, as I said, isn't doing you any favors. And I'm not even sure the people that in fact, I doubt that the people that originally this stuff even believe it. It's so nonsensical. Admiralty law and code of civil procedure and things that just didn't apply to this. But I do apologize. Officer Hansen's been here multiple times. But if 30 days could help resolve this rather than bind this over to circuit court on a felony charge, maybe it's worth it. Let's see, Mr. Bush, when your next duty week is. Now, you can hire a lawyer if you wish, but I don't think you're going to be able to do that. You're not gonna be able to pay anybody money to try to provide the defense that you want. They just will decline to accept you as a client because they don't need that aggravation. In fact, I would be amazed if you could find somebody that you could hire that's a licensed attorney in the state of Michigan that would pursue the kind of defenses that you want. Plus, you don't have a lot of money, and so you're eligible for court-appointed counsel anyway.
But I think what we're really missing here is the fact that they're willing to basically make all of this go away. But her complete stupidity and her hard-headedness on this whole SovCit nonsense is literally going to get her in more and more trouble. You've already spent a night in jail over it. They're willing to drop everything. But no, Admiralty law and maraude pirates.
But I would tell you to go hire your own lawyer. We aren't able to find one. And if I appoint someone other than Mr. Bush, you're going to have the same issues you have with him that you're having with Mr. Bush. I'm going to continue this for a prelim. How about if we set a pre-exam conference so we don't have to drag Officer Hanson in here?
That's reasonable. If you just set it on my duty week for pre-exam.
Well, the problem is your duty week isn't way until the end of September.
I don't know that, Judge.
You don't have another duty week till December 25th. That's why I'm going about 30 days. I'll set a pre-exam conference for August. If I put it on August 15th. At 8:30. That way you don't need a subpoena, don't need to drag Deputy Hanson in here. If the matter is resolved, we can deal with that. If it isn't, we can schedule a preliminary examination at that time. So we'll leave it at that. Do you have any questions you want to ask at this time?
You're continuing it then?
Yes, I am. I'm granted
Thank
your.
you.
All right, I'll just leave it at that.
So obviously this galaxy brain over here thinks that she's fighting a good fight for sovereign citizens everywhere. In reality, she's just letting herself get into more and more trouble for absolutely nothing that I can see. Now I want you to let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this whole thing? Is it just a sweet old lady with a bit of a mental problem that doesn't really understand what she's getting herself in for? Or is it a hard-headed old Karen that just won't give up the ghost? Let me know down below. Anyway folks, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and we'll catch you in the next one. Sláinte.